2024 is going to be a good year for the luxury SUV space, and two of the best options are the new Porsche Cayenne and the BMW X5. In this video, we'll put these two luxury powerhouses to the test to see which one comes out on top. The first thing we have to talk about is how good these cars look. Both cars have received extensive styling tweaks, and man, have they worked! Starting with the X5, you'll notice that literally everything up the front has changed. There's a new grille, new, sleeker headlamps, and more curvature in the hood and around the grille. At the back, the taillights and bumper have likewise been swapped out for slimmer, smoother, and better-looking alternatives. This new look gives the X5 a near-perfect blend of luxury and sport, and it looks absolutely stunning on the road, especially in the metallic blue colorway. The 2024 Cayenne has also received a couple of styling tweaks, albeit fewer than the X5's. The main changes include new athletic fenders, a redesigned hood, and sleeker headlights that give the Cayenne a slightly more aggressive look. Now, both of these cars look absolutely awesome. However, based on just how sporty and imposing the new X5 is, we have to edge this point to the BMW. Next, let's open up the hoods of these luxury machines to see what's powering them. Well, there are actually three different engine options with the X5. At base, you'll get a 375 horsepower turbocharged inline-six engine, capable of propelling the X5 from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. The second option available makes use of a plug-in hybrid system, coupled to that inline-six, making an impressive 483 horsepower. Finally, top-of-the-line models will receive a ferocious twin-turbo V8, producing 523 horsepower. With this engine under the hood, the X5 can scramble to 60 miles an hour in under 4 seconds. The Cayenne, on the other hand, comes with a 348 horsepower 3-liter V6 at base. This isn't quite as impressive as the X5's base engine, but it is still pretty solid, to say the least. There's also a plug-in hybrid available, which makes use of an electric motor and a 3-liter V6. S-trim models will bump this number up to 512 thanks to a more powerful electric motor. We can also expect an even more powerful GTS trim at some point. However, as of the time of the making of this video, Porsche hasn't released any information about this. We also don't know any concrete information about the Cayenne's 0 to 60 times, but based on the X5's greater power, you can expect it to beat the Cayenne in a straight line. While the Cayenne might be down on power, it's not out of the race just yet, because its handling is simply sublime. The Cayenne weighs over 2 tons, but thanks to Porsche's genius four-wheel drive system, it maneuvers like a hatchback, making both cruising and harder cornering easy. The Cayenne also comes with a variety of additional extras to make driving even more exciting. These include adjustable air suspension, active anti-roll bars, and even four-wheel steering. The X5, on the other hand, doesn't offer anything like this. Now, this isn't to say that the X5 handles badly, because it's also pretty nimble and sturdy around hairpins. However, compared to the Cayenne, it just does fall that little bit short. As you can see, it's pretty hard to separate the performance of these two SUVs. But simply because the Cayenne is so good to drive, we've got to give it the point here. Now, let's open up the doors of each vehicle and take a look at the interior quality. Starting with the X5, you'll be blown away by just how luxurious everything looks. Everything is covered in high-quality leather and plastics, and the contrast between the lighter leather and the darker dash is stunning. The standard panoramic sunroof that lets natural light flow into the cabin is just the cherry on the top. The Cayenne also looks great on the inside, thanks to an extensive redesign. For instance, you'll notice that the dashboard has been changed to accommodate more digital screens. The steering wheel has also been replaced with a 911-inspired alternative, and the traditional instrument cluster has been replaced with a digital alternative, making for a crisper appearance. But what's really interesting about the Cayenne is the level of customizability you have with the interior. Users can change literally everything, from the material of the seats and dash to the color of every button. This level of customizability definitely gives Porsche the edge in terms of looks here. But what about practicality? Well, both cars will comfortably fit 4 or 5 adults. But in terms of sheer numbers, the Cayenne does take the edge, being able to hold 27.2 cubic feet of luggage compared to the X5's 23. The X5's saving grace is its optional third row, which increases the cargo space and, of course, allows you to carry more passengers. The X5's back seats are also much easier to stow away than virtually any other competitor on the market, including the Cayenne. This one is tough to call, but because of the level of customizability and greater cargo space compared to the standard X5, the Cayenne has got to take the point here. Let's move on to another huge factor, technology and infotainment. These things are important for any vehicle, but for a luxury SUV, well, they can really be the make or break factor. For the X5, the infotainment system absolutely makes it. As standard, you'll be getting a 12.3-inch digital gauge display, accompanied by a 14.9-inch infotainment touchscreen. This is nothing short of excellent to use and can even be operated using a rotary knob, which is perfect for those who prefer more traditional systems. Elsewhere, you'll find a boatload of technological amenities to make every journey extremely comfortable. For instance, power-adjusted seats come as standard. The driver's seat is made from memory foam and can be heated on colder days or massage you after a long day. The doors have soft close functionality, so you don't have to hear any jarring door slamming. And if you do want to kick back with some tunes, you'll be able to thanks to a Bowers & Wilkins surround sound stereo system. Everything screams luxury and refinement. The 2024 Cayenne is similarly filled to the max with tech. Starting at the dash, you'll be able to see the 12.3-inch central infotainment screen paired to a digital instrument cluster. These pair seamlessly with your phone, allowing you to blast your playlist or take calls on the go. While this is absolutely excellent, it's not quite as impressive as the X5's, mainly because of the smaller dimensions. Elsewhere, you'll be able to find other excellent pieces of kit, like heated and ventilated front seats, 4-zone climate control, and even an optional infrared camera. You'll also find home comforts, such as a wireless charger just below the infotainment screen. The front passenger can also be treated to a personal touchscreen on the dash, though this will rake up the overall price tag significantly. Again, splitting these cars on technology and infotainment is like trying to pick a favorite child. But because of that superior infotainment screen and a few extra amenities like the surround sound stereo, the X5 comes out on top here. Now for the big question, price. To put it lightly, neither of these cars is cheap. However, the X5 does look to offer better value for money, with base models starting at just north of $66,000. For the top trim, you're looking at about $90,000. The Cayenne, on the other hand, starts at $80,000, with top models carrying a 6-figure price tag. What's more, literally every amenity in the Cayenne's cabin comes at an extra cost. So if you want any level of customizability, you'll probably be spending closer to the $100,000 mark than the base cost. So which of these luxury SUVs is the best? Well, it's extremely hard to call because both the 2024 X5 and the Cayenne look to be near perfect choices. However, for a few reasons, the BMW X5 sticks out to us as the superior choice. For one, the X5 is a little more rounded than the Cayenne. The technology offered and engine options are also slightly better. However, the main deciding factor is, of course, that price tag. These cars are pretty much neck and neck in every department, but the Cayenne costs tens of thousands of dollars more. For most people, the extra money isn't going to translate into a better experience, and you'd be better off saving the best part of $20,000 and buying yourself the 2024 BMW X5.